Psalm 105. I hope you had a great Christmas. Um, we'll be headed to a little family reunion with all our kids and grandkids, and it's going to be, well, it'll be great. It's a 12-hour drive, but it'll be worth every minute of it. So anyway, okay, I hope you had a great Christmas. We're we haven't gotten very far at all through, or I haven't, through Psalm 105. Give praise to the Lord, proclaim his name, make known among the nations what he has done. Sing to him, sing praise to him. Tell of all his wonderful acts, which ought to be easy around Christmas time. I want to pause though and say, you see this all over Facebook, but it's worth a visit to the idea that it's not the most wonderful time of the year for some. For some, it's just a vivid and unrelenting reminder of loss. The person they love, maybe even the people they love, will not be around them. It could be due to death or due to a family conflict and alienation. Well, for those who they struggle because of the hurt and the pain of this season, doing what the psalmist says to do here will seem very hard, maybe even harsh. There are times when you're called on to do what is right, even when it doesn't feel right. This could be a time like that for people who are experiencing or being drawn into the vivid memory of loss. Sing praise to him, sing praise to him, tell of all his wonderful acts. And then verse 3, glory in his holy name. Let the hearts of those who seek the Lord rejoice. My question immediately is, what does it look like to glory in his holy name? We talked about his holy name. This is who he is. It's the essence of him. It's his nature, his character. It has to do with his resources. It's virtually everything that we can know about him is in his name. Glory in his name. Well, I was going to say it doesn't connect very much with the lives that we live, and yet it really does. In one way or another, this is just an observation, not an accusation, but in one way or another, most all of us desire glory. Glory, have you ever tried to define glory? Well, it's on the one hand, fame. Well, okay, but there's more than just fame. It's adulation. It is affection. It's the you see where I'm going is it's hard to define. To glory in his holy name. Now that's an interesting concept, and on some levels not difficult, but on others it is kind of difficult. To glory in something would, one aspect of that would be to revel in it, to revel in his holy name. Here's the difficulty that I experience, and I've really never known anybody to not have to struggle somewhat with this, is we can only revel in what we know of him. Okay? So a little kid can revel in God, especially if they've been taught by the significant adults in their lives, their moms and dads, and maybe siblings and teachers. They can be taught, but how much can a child apprehend and comprehend about the nature of God? You know what? I think the song has it right as the fundamental starting point for reveling in the holy name of God. Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. I believe that is the essence of what connects us to the name of God. The psalmist didn't have that. The people of his day didn't have that. For hundreds of years after the psalmist wrote this and died, the people didn't have that Jesus loves me, because Jesus didn't exist, but we do. We have such an advantage for us to revel in the fact that God loved us so much that he gave his one and only Son. Well, that's not, you don't need a degree in theology to connect with that. It's not all there is to glorying in the name of our God, but it's the starting point for us. For the Jew, it would have had to have been the centrality, the central piece of their understanding of God's nature was that he was just and he loved his people. Now, this was, I don't mean to, this is not an accusation. It's just really a statement of what I think is fact. For the Jew, God's love was exclusive. His love was reserved only for his people. His justice was for all, every race, every one. But his love, that was reserved for his people. Here's something for us to revel in today. In the name of God, is it's no longer just the Jews. God's love is for all. And as a Gentile, I'm so very grateful for that. To revel in the name of God may be an exercise that would be useful to all of us, me included, is to make a list of what we know of God's nature. And now there's two kinds of knowing. One is, I've apprehended knowledge. Okay, that should be on the list. The second kind is, I've experienced this in my life, and that should go on the list. When we have this list, then we should go through it and revel, rejoice, give thanks, give glory to his name, his holy name. There is no other name like his. Let the hearts of those who seek the Lord rejoice. On one level, all who seek the Lord can rejoice because his promise is, if you seek me with all your heart, you will find me. On another level, maybe you have experienced this. I have. That there are times when I have sought the Lord. I have looked for him. And I can't seem to see him. I can't. Whatever he's doing is hidden enough from me that I am not rejoicing. I'm frustrated. Okay. Couple of things here. First of all, words matter. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not really sorry, but words matter. Let the hearts. Now, to let the heart means to permit the heart, and is very closely akin to cause the heart. But let the heart of those who seek the Lord rejoice, as from in the perspective of the context of this psalm. The psalmist, this could be a prayer that God, this God whose name we glory in, would permit the hearts of those who seek him to rejoice. Okay. There's a second aspect, that it may be an urging, so that if you are seeking the Lord, and you are, let your hearts rejoice. Here, just my experience, just my life here. I struggle with disappointment. Okay, I think I've told you this a lot of times. I do not have great faith. I'm the mustard seed kind of guy. I don't have this unshakable trust. Man, I have friends, I have known people who do. I envy them. I also, and part of it is this whole trust thing, my sensitivity to disappointment is pretty acute. And as a result of that, and I'm sure this, I truly know that this goes back into my childhood, but as a result of this risk aversion, because I don't want to be disappointed, I kind of have shut off the part of me that would rejoice as I seek the Lord. It's almost like don't get the expectation up, because if you do, you're going to get disappointed. And there's some validity to that. But the psalmist says, permit yourself to rejoice. When God doesn't seem near, when he seems far away, when he seems hidden, it's a risk to rejoice in him. If you find yourself there today, you can't just come on, snap out of it. That's not helpful. And that's not what I'm saying. Maybe start with this simple prayer. God, I want to rejoice. I want my heart to rejoice as I seek you. I can't. You can. I want to let you. Okay, it's enough for today. See you next time on So Care with Stevie Boy.